believe how big it is in there and everything we got in there.
Oh, I know.
I just can't believe it. Move that.
Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper, and today guys we're here at Incredible Tiny Homes with Randy Jones, and he's going to take us on a tour of one of the most awesome tiny houses I've ever seen built. So let's take a look at it now.
Welcome to another incredible home by Incredible Tiny Homes. My name is Randy Jones, and this is our issue of, we call it American Freedom. And we kind of come with that idea with the help of Lucas and his solar energy and off-the-grid construction company that come in and helped us install our solar grid. This is off the grid. We can actually take this, park it, and run completely, not even hooked up to the electrical. And one more feature we may add is just a water holding facility or a tank that'll keep you completely off for a while. So, but let me give you a tour of it and show you everything that we've done. This is a conventional built home. It's 2x4 construction, sheeted on the outside with 5/8 plywood all the way around. Then on top of that, we put a wind barrier. Wrapped it in a wind barrier. Then on top of that, of course, we've got our aesthetics with the barn wood. We've got our corrugated metal behind that. It's all silicone, screwed off neoprene wash screws. So before we even put this on here, it was already waterproofed and ready to go. We could have painted the plywood and been done, but we didn't. We just wanted to make it, give this decor. As you can see, the trailer is 8 foot 6 inches from fender to fender, and our fenders are sticking out. And the reason we did that is so we could have some definition in our architecture, which give us this little fascia, give us a little overhang, and all of our decor, you know, all this right here gave it about 3 or 4 inches wide, and that's what all we needed in our flower boxes. And if we would have went to the very 8 foot 6, we couldn't have had any of this to give it this character. And to me, that for this one particular model right here, it was worth sacrificing a little bit of square footage inside to have some character outside. I can show you a little bit on the outside before we go in. We have flower boxes, as you can see, all the way around up in the top in our second story. There's a window there for ventilation. We have our turbine that generates a little electricity on a windy day. Back here, we went ahead and added a little closet, and this houses our water heater and batteries. Lucas has notified and got this on his website of how it all worked and was wired, and you can get to him on Seven Trumpets Prepper. But that's a DC element in our water heater, and the batteries, the solar panels, keeps the water heater going, so you've always got warm water all the time. And we need to walk around or not, but the barn wood theme, the metal roofing, all comes around. Watch your step there. And one thing I'd like to say, I guess, is every bit of the materials on this was reclaimed lumber, reclaimed materials, the windows. I bought a few things that I've had to buy brand new. Now, doesn't mean that the materials are in any way not to specifications or not to a good quality. All of them are still great quality. They're still, everything was fine about them, but I was able to reclaim them. There's so much materials that people just throw away or discard or have laying around they've never used before. And so with a few connections that I've had, I've been able to obtain a lot of material for really not, probably next to nothing. And so I've been able to build this and keep my costs down. So that's why we're able to feature everything you see inside here, the trailer, and all this inside when you go in and see what we've got in here, and we can keep it down under $20,000. So you're looking at a complete tiny home off the grid, and I'll explain the amenities inside for under 20. This is a 3.0 door. It's 3-foot wide door. And normally you don't find that on a tiny house because you need to save space. I've laid this out for the door to be on the side. Normally they're on the end. But the way I've thought about floor plans so much, and you'll see inside here, but this allows a 3-foot door and a lot of big room in and out, carry things in and out, and you're not cramped at all. And as you walk in, you'll see, you walk directly into the living room. And in the living room, there's not a long hallway. There's not a narrow spot. So right now, we can get 3 or 4 folks in here and not even be crowded. And now you got to remember, this is only 8 by 16, okay? Upstairs here, we have a twin-size bed loft. You can have it as a bed. You could have it as storage. I didn't put an outside window up there thinking it would probably be for storage, but you do have a picture window for lots of light. And then here's your full-size kitchen. We've got your sink, the barnwood cabinets, the shelving. I don't put up upper cabinets because it actually brings in the space and it makes it feel like it's too crowded. This is just my preference on here. This will be a refrigerator, small refrigerator. If you wanted a full-size fridge, we can do that. We just cut the countertop, park you a full-size fridge. To me, this is a tiny home. Tiny homes is for tiny living. Tiny appliances. I'm seeing more that everybody's getting full fridges, full stoves, full all this. To me, this is a tiny home. You can live on a hot plate, a small fridge, and this is what you live. You don't bring all your stuff in this house. You live tiny, and that keeps your costs down, your living down, and it's just so much room. I mean, we're in here. I can walk under this ladder. This ladder's a reclaimed fiberglass ladder that I've cut, made fit. It's at the proper slope to fit up here. I've got a custom-made lip that it hooks onto the lip of the loft. The slope is perfect because when you touch your foot at the bottom of the ladder, you reach your hand straight out. That's the slope, and this is what this is at. So we're good here. It's comfortable to go up and down. I can walk under the ladder. I can get to the fridge. I don't have to move it. If I do want to move it, I can just pick it up, set it over to the other loft. Here's our picture glass window here. This thing is 31 by 72 inch picture glass thermal pane window. All the other windows are wood with vinyl clad, maintenance free. Here's our authentic barnwood door. It's on a barnwood track. And of course you can see how I left all the vines that came right off the tree. I mean right off the barn. We've left the vines, everything, so kind of gives it a little decor. All the wood. This is a solid 3/4 tongue and groove wood on the studs. In between that, of course, is our R13 insulation. Everything's built like a home. You have beadboard on the ceiling. That's 3/4 inch beadboard on the ceiling. We actually we painted it, but left the dark lines to give it an old country feel. And this just evolved. This whole thing evolved with the materials that I had on hand. I have gathered materials for months and months all over the place. When I'm doing jobs, I'll bring them home, or I'll find materials that people don't want anymore, and then I create just with whatever I have. This is barnwood. We use the barnwood for trim. Of course, I had to buy the track. In here is a full bath. Here's your shower. We put corrugated metal on the wall. You've got your faucets. Just a real simple faucet, which I thought just fit perfect. You got a full toilet. We can put a compost toilet here if you like, or we can plumb it directly for a regular toilet. We have 2 sets of lights. You got a wall light here, and you have another wall light here. Storage is ample storage. 1, 2, 3 shelves. A rod on the bottom to hang all your clothes, shoes on the floor. You can shut the barn door, completely get ready without being in the other room. You can dry your hair, you can get dressed, you can take a shower, you got ventilation for a window, you got mirrors in here. Totally done, and you can come outside. If you have a guest, you can shut the door for privacy. Then over here I put a small table in. This is a table. Very simple. All we did, the squeak is extra. But there's your dining room table. You can also have this as a preparing island when you're preparing meals for anybody else. Take it, sit down. You good to go. So it's my whole thing here is a tiny home are supposed to be fun. They're small. They're not extravagant to the point where everybody now is putting in, I mean, marble tops and high-end things. This is a tiny home. It has been so fun to build. And it's simple, but it offers off-the-grid capabilities. Take it to a hunting lodge on the lake, camping, whatever you want. Don't have to plug it into the AC or to pay for any electrical. You've got a king-size bed, twin-size bed. You have a love seat, and really can't think of anything else. I mean, I just can't believe the room that we have in here. So I'm excited. And this is a 8x16 incredible tiny home.
Randy, thanks so much for letting me come and film
yeah.
the house. It's turned out amazing.
Oh,
and,
thank you.
I can't thank you enough for letting me, do the install and the wiring on it, anything to help build off-grid contract, and I truly appreciate the work.
We're excited about this being off-grid, and I mean, I really can't imagine what else you want in a tiny house.
No.
You know, it's just been fun to build. It's been great to use reclaimed lumber, and great to have put solar energy on this thing, and I've never done that before. But I mean, all the lights, I've run in my saws, I've run everything in here on the solar while I've been working on it. So it's just been, it's been incredible for me too. So yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure to check out Randy at IncredibleTinyHomes.com. And if you want to get off-grid solar, wind, hydro, we will want to help you out at offgridcontracting.com. And until we see you again at Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day. And Yahushua.